Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cosmic Crit. This is your Game Master and Podcaster, your Patreon, and your Nerd Patronus here, aka Patrick. I'm so excited to get to this week's episode. This entire book 3 of Attack of the Swarm, has been one long action movie. Just fight after fight, great wartime NPCs, great action sequences, the works. And this week's episode is no different, so buckle up. It is one of the most anticipated fights that I've ever prepped for Starfinder, so let that be a little teaser for you. I don't want to push this week's episode any further back than I need to, so you know what to do. Follow us on Twitter at Cosmic Crit. Subscribe, like, comment on episodes. We love seeing them, reactions and corrections, especially, as well as puns on our YouTube videos. And if you want more podcasts, go ahead and sign up for our Patreon, where you can hear our second podcast, Dead Men Roll No Crits, as we take on the Skull and Shackles Adventure Path in 2nd edition. And finally, take a look at our Spreadshirt store, linked in our description and on our website. There's lots of great hats and bags and bottles and clothing to be found there to show your critter appreciation. That's going to do it. That is this week's intro. Let's get to this episode, which is called Battle Among the Swarm.
Episode commencing in 3, 2, 1. Episode initiated.
Man the cannon and shoot up at slowly descending lines of side-scrolling attackers in this week's episode of that classic arcade cabinet, Space Crit Vaders. This is your GM, Patrick here, aka your gaming midway enthusiast, and we're stacking the quarters on the glass this week as we fend off an invasion of alien origin. Joining me in spamming vertical shots trying to slow the horde are my 5 friends and planetary defenders to my right. She's weaving in and out of the screen, truly an UFO, unidentified flying owl. It's Rebecca, rolling with Xenia.
Hello.
Across from her, he's got a giant laser cannon with your name on it, and it's ready for heavy fire. It's Drew, delivering Echo 7.
I'm going to get faster as I get to the bottom of the screen.
To my right, stand behind the tank, and he'll soak up the enemy fire. It's Tyler, dredging up Devasho.
I eat bullets.
Across from him, this crab-like alien is ready to put the pinch on you. It's Jabert, playing as Trest.
Now the rubber band's on the other claw.
And across the digital table, this little squiddy is small, but fight him alone, and he's the fastest thing in the universe. Why, it's Miles mixing it up with Sprouts.
Good evening, Patrick.
Oh boy, you get down to that last one, and it's pressure's on.
What are we talking about?
Why, Space Invaders, you fool. You know, we got all the aliens, and you shoot up.
I mean, I've never played it. I know of its existence.
Oh,
I've seen screenshots.
When I don't know if Tyler is just trolling.
No. Why would I troll that? I know
because
of
you're
it.
you.
There's some classic arcade cabinets that I would see in an arcade. I would just be like, that doesn't look fun. Space Invaders is not one of them. Space Invaders, very fun.
That was my dad had an Atari back in the day, and that was like the only game that I think he had was Space Invaders, and so I played the heck out of that game.
The oldest game I want to say that besides like Pong would be
what, Halo?
No, Centipede.
Well, it's so funny that you mentioned that.
That's a better answer, Miles. Dang you!
I was about to say, like, I would play an Asteroids over like even a Space or a Centipede. That's one that I was never really super interested in.
Same.
Yeah. Lots of classic games.
I'll mess up still Batman.
Yeah, I was about to say that might be next week. Who knows?
Ooh.
Have we not done Batman yet?
I think so.
Think we've done Miss Pac-Man if we have.
Now you know we're scraping the bottom of
Very different games, quite honestly.
Well, hold on. I've got a whole
honestly,
list.
I will say Miss Pac-Man is the better game.
I've got a whole list of all the ones that we've done this season so far, and Pac-Man is not on the used list so far. Let's just walk down Season 3 memory lane. Super Mario Brothers, Tetris, Legend of Zelda, Metroid, Sonic, Final Fantasy 7, Pokemon, Street Fighter 2. Oh wait, here it is, Pac-Man. Never mind.
Memory lane with the snipe.
Continuing on. Battletoads, Doom, Crash Bandicoot, Parappa the Rapper, Metal Gear Solid, Star Fox, Chrono Trigger, GoldenEye, 007, Animal Crossing, Halo, Minecraft, Resident Evil, Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, Halo, Combat Evolved, Skyrim, Mass Effect 2, StarCraft, Stardew Valley, Apex Legends, Animal Crossing again, The Sims, Shadow of the Colossus, Portal, Dark Souls, Legends of A Link to the Past, Dr. Mario, Grand Theft Auto, Kirby's Dream Land. Did I do Kirby's Dream Land? Yeah. And I guess I got to add to this Space Invaders.
Yeah. It's pretty cool list. Pretty good list of games.
It's too long to. We're at 30 some odd episodes at this point for this season. So yeah, we've been through a lot.
Yeah.
And you guys are nearly out of book 3. Maybe you'll get there tonight. We'll see.
Did you mean to rhyme that?
You will see.
Through book 3. It's a T.
Before we start this week's episode, let's get a quick reminder of what happened last time by going to Miles and telling us through Sprouts Marlowe what happened last time on Cosmic Crit.
We found the server room, freaking finally. But this school's funding must have been cut because the overgrown calculators had no juice. So, of course, we had a treasure hunt for a backup generator. Because we got nothing but time, right? And if you guessed there was a bevy of baddies waiting for us when we got there, winner, winner, chicken dinner. These swarm had some mojo on them, and maybe it wasn't our prettiest dance, but Midnight Company is still the belle of the ball, and we took care of those bugs the only way we know how. Now the power's back on, we finally get the data we were set to find, and get out of what's left of this school. But I have a feeling we ain't being set up for no summer vacation.
School's out forever. Tyler's right there with me.
I feel like we made that joke at the beginning of this.
We did.
Part.
Yeah. This week's episode does not start in Zesh University. It does not start on Illemchuuva, but we open up to the cold, vast expanse of space. We see floating amongst the far-off starfield, a caravan of odd alien-looking starships orbiting a planet set before a nebula of purple and green star stuff. Looking closer down at this verdant world beneath the caravan, we can see that it is none other than Susquehanna, though there's no sign of some of the larger cities or agricultural fields of the modern-day world. And a voice chirps in here, that of Professor Galchak, who says, "From diagnostic evidence of the Shirin Exodus, by the time that flotilla of ships had reached Susquehanna, where we believe they landed in the Sator region, there was a marked change in the starship's flight patterns. Some scholars attributed this to pilots gaining greater skill at the stick, but religious historians believe it was right before their landing on Susquehanna that the fleet had an encounter with the beyond and met with the goddess Hylax herself in corporeal form at a place called the Forever Reliquary. And from my work with Project Amphisbania, I have reverse engineered the previous route of some of the Exodus starships, and it seemed like they indeed took a large detour to what looks like an incredibly irregular elliptical orbit around Susquehanna's sun. I believe that they were tracking some heretofore unknown celestial body, something that the archives might have labeled the Prodigal Stone. And thus comes to the point of this summation, I would like to beseech the Historical Council to fund a voyage to this elliptical orbit and to see if we can find the location of this stone. The video plays on here, but we pull out of the notes that you've downloaded from Zesh University. We see Midnight Squad marching across the city of Oods in your full environmental protections, I'm sure, towards the Clade Company forward base on the west side of town. Zinnia, in this data that you've downloaded is a set of coordinates into vast space, potentially weeks away from another major system, but it does seem like an intercept course that you would be able to plug into a drift engine's computer. You have physical science, right?
I do.
Anyone, if you want to share this with anyone can make
I don't have physical science. I'm not trained in it.
Well, if anyone has ranks in physical science, if you want to give me a roll, taking a look at this, you can suss out this data.
Oh no!
What we get?
A 7, a natural toot.
No one else has hitting training.
That's a big no, boss.
Yeah, you're not really sure where this is pointing you towards, but I think if you guys kind of remember what's happened back on Ultranius, you did see a projection in the caves underneath that city of what was perhaps an asteroid of some kind, but you're not sure what exactly that was, this forever reliquary.
Can a nerdlinger here help us out with any of these?
Oh, Javada. Yeah. Well, yeah. Make the NPCs do what they're good for, right?
Fill skill gaps.
Okay.
Yes.
He's a little better. I've rolled the 9 on the dice, and he's trained in physical. So if you ask Jadvata, he'll take a look at this. Do you want to share like whatever else you found from Ultranius with him?
Zennia would. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did give me a gun.
So yeah, it's yeah, he gets you that Gelugon gelid hail cannon. It'll take like an hour of marching back towards forward base. So in that time, he'll kind of take a look at Galchek's data, your data, and says, "Well, wow, this is remarkable. It looks here like perhaps this is a highly irregular and perhaps multi-system comet that the professor was tracking here, and maybe that's what the Shirin had stopped in on. They perhaps landed on a comet. Is that what he was thinking this forever reliquary was, perhaps?
I mean, that tracks with his description of a rock, right? Makes sense to me.
It's very possible, yes.
Javata, you would know more than I think any of us would. We are not ones to have studied the physical arts, I think.
Well, this is easy. If you plug these coordinates in, you'll be able to perhaps track where it would be, hundreds of years later along this elliptical. And he'll kind of bring up a regional galactic map that does indeed show a huge kind of like empty area in space between the Suskland system, between Illemchuuva, and a few other systems where it seems like some heavenly body is floating between them.
And that is where it is now.
Perhaps, yes, but the only way really to know, because it's so far away from any sun that would give it away, is indeed to travel to that location way out there in the black.
That is a lot of time using only conventional thrusters.
Well, you would have to drift on over.
Is there a beacon out there?
No, but you can coordinate between the beacons, and he'll like point out here, and here. You can travel, not to a beacon, but between them. It will require mathematics and calculus. Kids stay in school out there. Sorry.
Devaja would be impressed. He's not. None of this is sinking in, but he did not know you could do that. That's for certain.
That sounds like Tyler didn't know you can do that.
What I don't know, Devajo doesn't know. Oh. That's the beauty of RP.
Yeah, the beacons.
Not all character knowledge is player knowledge, but I
think the beacons can make it faster and more accurate, like where you come out of exactly. Okay. But you can drift drive to like any point within the material universe. It just takes time.
Can I estimate how long it would take with like a piloting check, or do I just know?
You would need the ship's computer to do that, or like several hours to make those calculations by hand. But for the most part, the VAST is I believe 5d6 days to travel most locations, and your drift engine on the Suskland whip you've taken from Ultranius is I believe a tier 2, if memory serves, drift drive, which will reduce that time by half, if I recall. So it's much more possible with a faster ship like you have to make it out there.
Okay.
Right. So you guys make it back to forward base. You and the rest of your squad here, and you can see Clade Company patrolling this. Well, I'm just going to say what it is exactly. It's an Illemchuuva IKEA. They've made it all the way out to Illemchuuva, where the Clade Company has set up a large fortified location with some barracks while they are performing their scavenging operation. You see some large pillboxes with automatic fire weapons kind of set up out front alongside concrete barriers, barricades with barbed wire in between them. As you're getting in here, you get access to a comm link. It seems like they've set up kind of like a small satellite dish on the top of the building here, or perhaps retroactively taken one that was already there and powered it up. And Xenia, you have comms. The other thing that you got from Zesh University was the backup data for Dr. Malkahat's Project Amphis Banya, the work that Zastus Gravlark wanted. Are you ready and or willing to transmit that information now that you have a comm link?
Can I look at it first? What are the contents?
So it's a lot of very scientific data about swarm brainwaves. It looks like, probably 10 times as much just kind of like theoretical and test data, and like a few short pages of kind of like general theory and things like that. It doesn't seem complete, but it looks like what a lot of scientists have tried to tap into, which is ways to disrupt swarm communications, to shut off their psychic abilities and things like that.
So nothing that Xenia would, that would complement her own research that she might want to kind of file away for future reference?
Well, you have it saved on your computer, so you can transmit and keep your own copy of the data if you want. He didn't say to keep it private.
But it's all theoretical. It's not like tactical advice of what to do in certain situations.
There's a lot of test data. It seems like Malkahat was indeed testing on the forming cadavers that you fought in the basement, but he does not have anything written down about them like coming to life and attacking people. So that was not a part of it. Something must have went awry after the swarm arrived. But yeah, it's just like kind of reading psychic conversations between like multiple targets. So it is mainly for disrupting groups of swarm, things like that.
Okay. I think she would send the research along, but with a note to, what was his name?
Zastus Gravlark, yeah.
Gravlark. I would send along a note saying to Z, because he told me to call him Z, right? To Z, I hope that should you find anything that might be of use to my research, you will return the favor in the future. From Z. I'm Z too.
I was about to say, did you just go to Z from Z?
To Z from Z. Don't you know every single Strix has got a Z name? That's canon now, right? Z first name. It's not too long, maybe an hour later, that you do get a response back that he can direct comm with you, but it's sent just a message, like an email, saying, thank you for this data, Xenia. I understand you surely had to fight your way through a lot of swarm to get it. I imagine that it is that they are what they are after here, but you all will figure it out first, whatever it is they're after. And he says, indeed, if there's any way that he can pay you back, he will, and signs it saying, soldiers like us have to look out for one another while we are on the same side of the conflict, at least. And signs it Z. Z. As you guys make your way back into the building, you have about 6 hours until nightfall, which if you want to patrol the perimeter, you can. If you want to do some crafting, feel free. I think we've talked before we got on. Some people do want to do some crafting. Before that, I'll have you just quickly meet up with Heskamu, the Bolita in charge of Clade Company, where it doesn't seem like he's moved a lot from the model kitchen the day before where you met him in the war base, where he's got up his war room, and he says, well, strip my legs and call me a larva. You all seem like you completed your mission in less than 24 hours. Well, I still got teams out there scrounging up all over Oods, fighting all kinds of swarm pockets and finding caches of weapons and supplies. Jadvada, the Echiek, says she'll be back in a few hours and was looking to talk to you. Oh, boy. Okay. Thanks, Huskworld. Well, no problem. Anyone else jump in here?
Ah, wonderful, Eskimo. That's excellent news. Yes, we will await her return, but as you can imagine, we are in some haste to continue on.
I reckon if you all got your data from Zesh University, I suppose there's no talking you into staying here and joining up with Clay Company.
I'm afraid that will not be possible at this time, but is there anything that we can do for you? I realize that we are leaving you in dire circumstances here, but you seem to be very accomplished at surviving.
Well, we got plenty of intel and missives to send back with you if you don't mind.
Of course.
This data satchel, and he'll bring up like this huge computer to take with you. If you get within range of another system and transmit it for us, we would appreciate it. Our comms have been down for over a year here, and it would set a lot of folks' mind at ease that their wills were filed, next of kin notified, and what have you off planet.
We will make sure that it is done.
Well, thank you, Midnight Squad. You've been a ray of sunshine on a otherwise acid rainy day.
Thank you for your hospitality and your assistance. Hopefully our work will assist your battle here as well, even though we are traveling further away.
All right, take it easy, Sleazy. You guys are free to go about whatever you want to do. Do some crafting and...
Yeah, I think we wanted to do a little bit of magical crafting. If we
Yeah.
And they have very large, they've like got the generator up on this building running. So here, if you need to recharge armor and batteries, it's been only about a day since you've been out of the base, but...
Yeah, I'll make sure that my environmental protections are up to snuff.
Yeah, I'm supposed to definitely charge everything as well.
For sure. Same with Echo 7. And Echo 7 wants
his
to
flask.
Yeah, and Echo 7 wants to hit up Trest to make a conserving fusion for his new hail cannon.
Yeah, and I would like to do the same for my Needler pistol.
Yeah, no, it's hard to get your hands on ammunitions while you're out in the field, unless you had a vat to craft ammo. But
I suppose, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Can't wait the time it takes.
Yeah. And when we get, I guess when sort of they're at Clade Company, I'm going to sort of scrounge around and see if anybody's doing some bartering, some trading.
Yep. So not only do they have more than what you found when you first came to Clade Company, but they're bringing back a lot of stuff from these missions scouring the city. So they're getting perhaps even more materials with which you can trade some good stuff. Weapons, armor, whatever you can think of.
Oh, man. I am going to cash in some of my UPBs for a Mark II upgrade, I think.
Dang!
You've been saving up there, haven't you, then?
I've been trying.
Cool. So they maybe have like a cybernetic version that they're able to like bring in from one of the hospitals, nearby hospitals. Is that something that you're looking to get installed immediately?
Yeah, I think as soon as possible. Maybe some tendon replacements or something like that to fortify my arm power and my leg power, so I can run faster, jump higher, lift gooder.
Oh, we're talking dexterity.
Talking some strength.
Oh, that's not run faster. I guess it is, but
Miles, you might want to look at that for Sprouts too. You have 68. You have a bunch of credits, my man.
Ooh, look at you guys with all your monies.
I'm trying to think of what I might need.
The biggest, baddest pistol of anybody.
Yeah. Either
like the only
super
thing you
dope
really
pistol or all the decks in the universe. I don't know what.
I mean, I'll have to, obviously look at the episode. Sure. But I probably will be looking into that to get a super dope gat.
Spoiler warning, the massive loot drop you've already gotten over the last 2 weeks of looking through Zesh University's basement. There's a lot of high tier stuff, and you're able to cart back all those UPBs you found in the bottom of the university. So plenty of scratch and materials to craft what you need. Do you guys want to stick around here and sleep overnight and leave in the morning? Because you have about a day or so trek back to the southwest to get back to your ship.
Can they not take us to our ship? Can they not give us a lift?
So for the most part, they're traveling through these tunnels and stuff underground, and
Gotcha.
You are welcome to wait for Clade Company. They're probably going to be done in about a day or so with their missions here in Oods. And if you want to travel back as part of a group, you can.
I mean, I wouldn't mind getting some of my resolve back, but
Yeah, I think a nap is a good idea. I'm gonna take a little bit of time, and I'm actually going to transfer my my merciful fusion over onto my my magic rock.
Oh,
If you want. All right, so yeah, feel free to take a look at your guys' tech, your equipment, and we have, of course, the running party loot sheet that you guys all use, and we're talking about before we started recording. And yeah, we will continue on here because, of course, as soon as your heads hit the very pillowy beds in the showroom, the IKEA showroom, there's a comm that starts buzzing. Zinnia, your private comm line shows a blocked comm communication coming in. Is this something you would answer?
I think she would answer, but she wouldn't say anything. She would just, open the comm link.
No need to answer, because as soon as you open it up, you hear a burst of static, and then, "Midnight Squad, do you read me? This is Gravlark, and you don't have much time. The swarm is moving in mass to your location from the west side of Woods. You gotta get out of there. They're dropping in from orbit." It cuts off. There's another loud burst of static, and you hear maybe some footsteps running above you. It comes back in and says, "I'm hacking into old Illemchuuva defense systems right now, see if I can pull any tricks from orbit, but I'm an hour away and I don't have much time. Starships are going to get there before you can get to your ship. Get ready for a fight." As soon as
snooze on his alarm.
yeah, no. As soon as that happens, an alarm on the top of the building of the forward base for Clade Company goes off, and you hear shouting from all over the structure. And another open comm channel opens up as you guys are getting your armor on, getting equipped, and is the voice of Echiax, who you can hear over the whipping winds outside, her screaming and cheering, "Clade Company, get out of there! They're targeting you!" What would you guys like to do?
Zinnia will be frantically trying to get all of her teammates up and packed up and ready to head out because they're all asleep, right?
Well, yeah, no, after the alarm goes off, I imagine you guys
we all wake up. 5 more minutes.
Is there anybody else that looks like they need help getting up and getting set and getting anything hoisted? Any Clade Company members? Anything that we can help out to get them out of there too?
They all seem like very light sleepers because you already hear the bases a buzz by the time you wake up.
Is there? How were we planning on getting back to our ship? Where were we parked? I mean, it's many miles away through the tunnels underneath Illemchuuva, so it's a day or so's travel at the very least. Okay, but we're going via tunnels to get back.
Yeah,
I see.
Way too much acid rain to do a prolonged walk above ground.
Okay, maybe can we find Huskworld and see what he needs, or figure out, because he said we can't get to the ship, right? So there's no reason to try to run. So I guess we need to go where we can be useful.
I mean, I think the first thing is we need to get out of IKEA, right?
So you've been warned from Gravlark that they're dropping in from orbit, and Echiax says they're targeting the building.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we'll just help everybody evacuate then and fall back.
Right. So are you guys beating feet outside immediately?
I would.
Yeah, I guess so.
After
I mean, is
grab
there
all
any
my
other
equipment,
option?
yes.
There's no tunnel out of the IKEA or anything.
Nope. You see several of Clade Company following you, running through the stairs. It's very hard. It's like a maze in there, so it's hard to get out. But as you pass by in the building, you see other soldiers boxing up their gear and their supplies that they've been collecting over the last day, and
Make sure to
preparing
grab
to
that.
evacuate.
I make sure to grab that satchel computer. It sort of contains all the data on it that we need to get out.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have got like arms full of stuff as you're running out, I'm sure.
I grab Javada.
Oh my, thanks. I was having a good snooze.
Everyone grab your favorite NPC.
Sprouts grabs no one.
Sprouts grabs himself as you run outside.
Oh, that's the After Dark show.
grab life by the stamen.
2 days in a row, Drew. 2 days in a row.
As you run outside into the dark sky, the night sky of Illemchuuva, you hear far off buzzing noises and see Clade soldiers just kind of streaming out past you towards the defensive lines, getting their weapons ready, checking their armor. There's a moment of quiet here as all of them begin to like look up into the air above you as there's like a thunderclap in the air, just disappears for a second, and it turns to daylight around the building, followed just by a blinding light and a massive explosion as the IKEA is demolished from orbit. Why doesn't everyone, to start us off this episode, make me a DC, we're going to call it DC 19 reflex save?
Oh, no.
Well, that's going to be, I think, a basic failure from me.
That's going to be, let's see. Reflex.
What's my reflex? 4?
Yowzers.
Who did that?
Got a natural 20 from Sprouts Marlowe. It's ready to rock. And a 20 from Zinnia, a success from Echo 7, a couple failures. We won't name who failed, whatever.
We won't name the bugs that fail.
We don't need to name them. But yeah, the forward base is absolutely demolished as a massive beam of energy from the sky just incinerates the structure, kind of comes in at like a 45-degree angle, and there's explosions and the building begins to collapse in on itself. I'm gonna roll some damage. 20 points of bludgeoning damage as the building explodes around you. Good news is you guys weren't in the building because there are rules for that, which we recall from season 1 of Cosmic Crit, where you get, if the building collapses on you, you get buried under some rubble and maybe take a little bit more damage every round. This is just 10 points to Echo, 20 to Dabasho and Trest, unfortunately, and 0 to our operatives. Operatives never take damage with evasion.
So, did we get like a full rest, or was our rest interrupted?
Oh no, Tyler, you don't need that.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
No, don't worry about that.
That's unfortunate.
That's for lesser crews, a full night's rest, right? You guys are like the best Starfinder crew out there.
I mean, I'm not arguing that, but I still want some Z's.
Make me a perception check.
Who?
Everybody.
Yeah, everyone. Oh my god. Okay. Well, we can probably cap it at the natural 20 from Trest.
Yay.
Oh my gosh. My team is rolling rock.
Through the smoke and the rubble, you can find several soldiers that look unconscious but still breathing, and a few of your favorite NPCs, Heskemu and Judvata, not buried under the rubble, but knocked out by the explosion and just kind of lying in the rocks here.
Maybe a quick medicine check to see if they're still alive, perhaps.
You can tell just from looking at them that they're still alive, but yeah, they're reduced to 0 unconscious.
All right, I'm grabbing Heskemu.
Mm-hmm. I'll grab Javada.
Yeah, can I stabilize Judvata?
Yeah, I mean, feel free to make a medicine check.
Oh, I've got that spell. I'll just stabilize.
Yeah, you can
Oh.
stabilize easily, but if you want to give them some HP back, you can.
So a 30 on that medicine check.
Ooh, hey.
One of them's back.
So yeah, who did you grab?
I had Jadvata.
Yeah, so you're able to bandage up some wounds, maybe splash some cold water in his face. It's like, oh, what happened to IKEA? No.
I'll drop a little level one Mystic Cure on Heskemu.
Okay. Oh, he'll be back up.
Yeah.
And he says, no, Clade Company, I got to get back in there. There might be some buried in the rubble. You know for a fact, Xenia, anyone else with any training in life science, that the Bolita are natural burrowers, and you just see him like start to go to ground and just like pulling rocks off and digging into the rubble here.
I try to grab him and restrain him. I say, it's too late for that. It's too late. We have to go.
One of the lieutenants of Clade Company, I forget, Q was Q one of the android? Yeah, heavy weapons expert Q kind of comes up to you, got his helmet half cocked on his android head, and shows you a seismic live image of the area where they've like planted all the seismic readers around forward base, and it shows like a slowly constricting circle of thousands of swarm pings circling the city of Oods and your location at its epicenter, and says, I think it's too late for that. It's time to fight. Eskimo will look at you all and says, well, I hope you all are ready for a scrap. Get to it, Midnight Squad, or we might not make it out of here alive.
Draw my sword.
Trest, as soon as you draw it, there's a direct comm link to you. Echiak's radioing in and saying, Did forward base get destroyed? I'm still a 1,000 feet or so away, coming in from the south.
It is. We are evacuating at this precise moment. Don't return.
No, we must get there. The only way we're making it out of this alive is if we kill 10-fold swarm for each one of us.
I'll hold you to that.
We'll see you on the other side, Sheeran.
As with you.
We are locked in initiative turn order. Let's make those rolls, everybody. Let's make some fun initiative rolls. Oh, what? And let me take you to the map first.
Can we get some Fs in Discord for the hot dogs that will never be eaten in that IKEA again?
They have
You mean the
meatballs.
Swedish meatballs?
We're Lincolnberries.
Whatever's in IKEA.
Meatball hot dogs.
Swedish meatballs, yeah.
Look like Mama used to make.
Horse balls, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean it to be. Sorry.
Are PG-13 here, Bert. I need you to take it down a bit.
I meant just meat. They're meatballs, but sometimes there's a little bit of horse. Just a little bit of horse.
And sometimes that little bit of horse is ball. Oh, it's good that we can laugh in front of your guys' impending deaths here on the podcast.
I just want a loop of Jabert saying.
Those are not good initiative rolls, are they?
Not
for me.
Awesome.
Mine is
Great.
excellent for me. For me, I rolled chef's kiss.
All right, you guys can kind of arrange yourself maybe within 30 feet of the entrance, the destroyed entrance of this large building here.
Well, where are they coming from?
Coming from the south.
Is this map
And, well, all
like
over.
a smart map, or is this one of those sideways walk maps?
What? Oh, yeah, no, the north is at the top of the map. But
Okay.
That's fine. It might not be, but I forget.
I'm going to put myself, Devash is going to step out, like 10 or 15 feet from in front of everybody else.
How do I shrink myself again?
Good.
Xenia's going to hover about 10 feet over the ground.
See if I can get it for you, Miles. 10 feet up, you say?
Mm-hmm.
You foolish fool. Falling right into my trap. Here we go.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Initiative turn order as it is dark. It is night here on Illemchuuva, and you can all with dark vision see 60 feet through the darkened expanse here to
what looks like some flying figures to the south of the Akiras, just what used to be a large park and is now an ashy, dusty wasteland. And through the night's chilly air, you see what seems like a few swarm creatures flying in your direction, things you have fought before. Swarm Escachides coming right for you all. I'm going to reveal them on the map, and I will roll them into this initiative order.
Oh no.
Ones. I want to see ones. Oh man, these are the things that have that, like, don't they have the impale? What was that?
They have a pummel ability. What's wrong with a pummeling?
I thought they had like a horn.
Commands the pummeling.
And they are about 20 feet in the air right now. From where you guys are, just about everyone can see them. I think they're taking their surprise round, moving through the cover of darkness here. So we are in just regular turn order, and first up is a Sprouts Marlowe.
All right. And let's see. Kind of far away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they are very far away.
They'll be outside your first range or increment if you're 40 foot with the pistol.
Yeah. All right, so I guess I don't like how this is going at all.
Time to fire first, drop some bodies, maybe ask some questions later.
Yeah. Yeah, for that that middle one, I guess I'll just take a shot. Why not? Yeah, why not?
Go right ahead. You can make a trick attack.
Yeah,
if you would like.
Gonna do that. Hope for the best. Expect the worst. It's a CR 12 or lower.
Oh, that's a success.
24 to hit.
Oh, 15 on the dice. That will trick and hit.
All right, for 15 points of damage, and that, sir, is flat-footed.
This one right in the middle of the three?
That one right in the middle. Right smack dab in that bug sandwich right there.
All right, 15 to start us off. Not bad. Fire and electricity damage. Let's go on to Echo 7, next in the turn order, right beneath Sprouts Marlowe.
Echo 7's going to follow Sprout's lead, attack that same one with his new hail cannon mounted on his shoulder. It's going to be awesome. And he's going to...
The Gelid hail cannon, what's the range on that is surely, like, within range, right? Yes,
it's 60 feet. So...
And you just got it.
He's going to go for heavy fire.
Oh, no.
That's a 2 on the dice for a 14.
New toot. Natural toot against its flat-footed KAC. That is a miss, fortunately. Oh boy. Perhaps time to remind. Looks like Rebecca, Miles, and Jabert have book rerolls still.
Oh,
does that sound right?
I do.
No, I used
mine.
Oh,
yeah,
well, maybe.
I used mine in the first book.
Tyler, Drew, and Patrick do then. The opposite. I have. I have X's instead of O's.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, no, I used mine in the dumbest way, and it still didn't help.
Sorry.
I used mine on like a skill check.
Tyler and Drew. So Drew, if you don't want to re-roll that, you can.
Now, just so I can.
I'm sorry.
See.
What'd you say?
I'm gonna hold off for now. We'll see how things go.
Okay. Alrighty. Let's go next in the turn order to Devasho.
I can't believe I get to go before the enemies. I can't believe there's somewhere I can't reach.
You've got range options, right?
Not this kind of range. I mean, you can only throw a disc so far. We're going to do... I think we're just going to take all this time to activate a few different abilities. I'm going to make a blind guess at which one's going to attack me. I'm going to align my shield with the flying horn drill beetle thing to the far right. And I'm going to activate Corona as a standard. And that is 2 actions.
So just getting ready for it.
Pretty much. Also, so as a reminder to my fellow friends, when I activate Corona, don't stand next to me.
Just like in real life.
Range? What's the range on that?
Like adjacent to me. So any square adjacent to me.
Okay.
I mean, I guess it would be 5 feet off of me.
Okay. Alrighty, that brings us next to Zinnia and the turn on to Rebecca.
Can I identify these things?
Very easily if you make me a check.
All right,
Yep.
26.
That'll do. You've
28.
already fought them before. You've figured out that rhino-like horn on these medium flying creatures they use to great effect to stab and pummel their enemies.
All right. So Tyler was right. These are the impalers.
These are the Escachides. Is there anything you would like to know about them right now? Anything specific?
Do they have a ranged attack?
They really don't. No.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think Zinni is going to give Devasho a wide berth, but kind of fly up near him to get in range of the Escachide that was in the middle. That's the one that Echo and Sprouts were attacking, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Is
And she's going to take a shot at that with her sonic pistol.
Can I piggyback a little bit off of your roll? Aren't these the guys that had a special ability where if they charged at you and hit, they got to do something specific?
They have the pummel ability, which I can just repeat because he did figure it out. When it hits with its gore attack, if the attack roll equals the KC +4, it can knock the target prone, move them 5 feet in any direction. So that is pummel.
Cool. Okay, thank you.
Is that what you were thinking of?
No, but that is still good to know.
Okay, cool. All right, here is the attack. So that's going to be CR 11 or lower because I successfully ID'd them.
Mm-hmm.
And actually CR 13 or lower technically because it's also dark outside.
Oh, it's a trickied.
And the attack is a 20.
Okay, so that is a hit against the flat-footed EAC.
For a total of 20 damage, and this will also be off target.
That one is not doing too well. It is nearly blasted out of the sky because it is bloodied, flat-footed, off target. Whew. All right. Done with your turn. It is our turn. It is the swarm's turn. And as thick as these boys are, they actually don't fly that fast, which means they're going to have to spend a lot of actions here flying into you guys. I think these two are going to be able to fly to one straight up to Zinnia and one to Devasho. Devasho, you can make an attack of opportunity, so we'll have to fly through a threatened square. The other one, the last one, is going to fly to Sprouts, Marlowe, and Echo 7, but we'll have to use a full fly action to get there in time, so we'll not be able to attack. Go ahead, Devasho, make your attack of opportunity.
Will do. Oh, 3 on the dice, ignore me.
Yeah, unfortunately, that'd be a miss against this one. And it is going to try its gore attack. A 12 on the dice. What is your KC against it? This is the one that you targeted, right?
Yes, that would be a 25 then.
Okay, it has hit. And rolling some damage dice. Total damage is 13 piercing, as that long horn-like proboscis does pierce armor, settle into your shoulder, and he pulls it right out again, ready to stab a second time. Going to do the same to Zinnia, but 10 feet up in the air. Acrobatic air flight. Ooh, okay. It rolled past a lot of good numbers. It landed on a 5. What is your KC right now, Rebecca?
20.
Okay, that would be a hit if it was not off target right now.
Hey,
it's a miss.
Yeah.
Awesome. That is their entire turn. Trest, we're on to you.
All right. Let's see. So we said this one against Zinnia is about 10 feet up in the air.
Yep.
Would I be able to reach that with a sword? Maybe
10 feet above? No. This guy that's on Sprouts and Echo has had to come down to their level, though, so it's only about 5 feet up in the air.
Okay. And the one on Devacho is up in the air as well.
Yeah, because he's a tall creature, so he's kind of flying above.
Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna come right around on this guy. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, not to interrupt, but Patrick, you hit me with a natural weapon, right?
Yeah, so I'm taking some flurry damage.
Yeah, you're gonna take 7 points of fire damage.
All right, first damage on that one. There we go. All right, so you've moved up Trest.
Yeah, I guess I'll move up to the one on Echo and Sprouts, and just gonna slash it with my solar sword.
Already swinging up into the air.
Yep, 13 to hit.
Swinging up into the darkness, another natural 3. Ain't gonna deet. All right, that will bring us to the end of the turn. And at the very end, Sprouts, well, at the very end, I should say, moving up through the darkness is another swarm creature on the edge of the darkness at the town here. Another one that you have fought before. It is another Mind Reaper swarm, this long arm blade. And let me just show you the art again, because I'm a big fan of the Mind Reaps.
Ugh, that guy's just so gnarly looking.
This guy that you fought in Zesh University, one just like this, is coming up and is actually spends his turn getting in position about 60 feet away from, well, maybe a little closer, like 40 feet away from you guys. And that is going to take us to turn 2, Sprouts Marlowe.
All right, so Sprouts is going to target the one that's threatening both me, Trest, and Echo, and take another trick attack on this one.
Well, yeah, this is the first time I've attacked him.
Another trick attack, but on a different bad guy. Yes.
Already.
It's a CR9 or lower.
Can't stop Sprouts Marlowe.
With an 18 to hit.
Against the AC is a hit.
All right, so that's 24 points of damage.
Jeez Louise. All right, that one's not doing great.
I'm glad somebody's rocking.
Echo 7 onto you.
This one is now flat-footed, Miles.
Yes.
Oh, we're going to take a point-blank heavy fire.
Ooh, it gets to make an attack of opportunity.
But it's flat-footed.
Oh no. Why you gotta pull the wind out of my sails, Drew? I forget you guys are a terrible combo. I can't get any attacks of opportunity off of them.
Patrick, this isn't the pirate podcast. You can't say wind out of my sails. You have to say siphon the Thasteron out of my ship's container.
Yeah, it rolls right off the tongue. Yeah, siphon the Thasteron from my ship's gas tanks.
You're taking the dilithium crystals out of my chamber.
Roll your attack, Drew. Let's see what happens. Oh, no.
It's a 29 to hit.
Oh, goodness gracious. Natural 17 is a hit.
But only 10 damage.
All right, well, this one's bloodied too. This one's bloodied as well.
Drew, that can't be right.
I have the,
your level isn't... You have specialization with that, right?
Oh, I do. Oops.
So
you haven't added it into this macro.
Oops.
Yeah. So we're level 6, so that should be 12 plus the 4 for 16.
Ooh, a little bit better.
Apologies, guys. Wow.
It's still bloodied, but yeah, no, you've rolled a 4 and a 2 on the damage there. It is a little low, but this is your first time using the cannon, right?
Yeah. Oh, well, I used it and I missed, so this is the first time I've hit with it.
This is your first time using it well. All right.
Now I wish we had choreographed, prepare for trouble and make it double between Sprouts and Echo.
That is
excellent.
Gonna do it. Echo 7, Devasho. Back to you. You've got this one on you. It is flying around you like a buzzing gnat.
Yeah. Do we know it's CAC?
You've rolled well enough in the previous one. I can tell you right now, you're looking at a pretty 20.
Pretty 20. Okay. I'm gonna be stupid. Let's just full attack here.
Oh yeah, go for it.
I want to knock this thing out of the sky as fast as I can because I think that Mind Reaper is going to need to be addressed as quickly as possible.
Gonna reap some mines. That's what they do best. Go right ahead and
Yes.
make that first attack.
First attack. This one has no. It's just normal, so I don't get any. Just hoping I roll really well here. Oh yes!
Oh, you did.
Dice. That's 19 points of acid damage, going right past any resistance.
Hey, okay. It's still fighting strong, but yeah, this one attack, just like the other swarm you've hit with the warrior talon, it did not see coming because it doesn't know pain from acid.
Yeah, that's right. Does a double take. Okay,
Doesn't
can
know what
I
to think.
can I get 2 in a row here?
What was that? 18 on the dice.
Oh, the opposite side of the dice.
Close.
Well, I mean,
It's a natural toot,
it's a
not gonna
natural
doot.
2. That's okay. I got 1 hit out of it at a pretty decent roll. So
Yeah. Alrighty, so that is your full attack action. Zinnia, we're back to you.
All right.
You somehow there are 3-on-1. Devasho's got their own, and then you're fighting one by yourself too.
It's fine. It's fine. All right. She is going to. She's up in the air, but she's going to take a 5-foot step, hover back, and take her. Take a shot with her sonic pistol.
So you cannot 5 foot while making a trick attack.
An actual move.
It'll have to be a move, and it will provoke if you're moving away in combat, unless you take the sweet feat that Sprouts deet.
That's fine.
Oh, attack of opportunity! It is technically still off target to you right now. So let me make that.
Do you not have uncanny mobility?
No.
Well, I've done a secret GM roll, but I rolled an 8 on the dice, and your KC is
20.
so it has hit and has done 14 points of piercing damage to you as maybe punctures right to the base of one of your wingtips as you're flying away. What was your attack?
All right, so the trick attack was a CR 22 or lower,
Yeah, I think you got it.
and the attack was a 20.
Okay, tricked and hit.
So that does 22 damage.
Oh boy, here come the big mathematics. Ooh, it is still up. This one is nearly destroyed from a couple of trick attacks from Sprouts and Zinnia. All right, still 3 of these Escachides, and they are going to take their turn now. Oh, this one's going to move right up on top of you, Zinnia. This one's going to stay where it is, Devasho.
it's
And
going to take 3 points of fire damage.
let me write those down.
Oh, I should have said that I wanted to put off target on this guy.
Yeah, you can keep that up.
Yeah.
Go right ahead. I'll remind us on the token. And this one is going to attack our good friend Trest. The single attack first. 20. They unfortunately are no longer an equal level to you guys, so I can't take no cards. They're just doing a ton of damage.
I don't know if I should be happy about that.
27 points of piercing damage.
Do we still need to call out a patron?
I thank you. Yes, we can't forget to call out our patrons, especially when I roll them. I feel like that's the worst time. Oh, let's roll another D6. Shout out to the Cosmic Crit crew, including Patrick, and have someone tell us something they're comfortable revealing about themselves. Favorites here. I think we did Zinnia last time, so let's go down the turn order. Jabert, tell us something you're comfortable revealing about yourself.
I am from South Carolina. I don't know if that's a thing I've said before, but that's a thing that is true about me.
I would have kept that one under wraps, my dude. Oh, yuck. Just a bunch of these folks are from the South.
Yeah. I guess everybody, right?
I grew up in...
Well, not Tyler.
Not Tyler. I grew up in North Carolina.
I grew up in Best Carolina too, Jabert. We're good.
I still live in South Carolina.
Oh,
From
definitely
Georgia.
don't want to admit that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, me and Rebecca were actually from like about 20 minutes away from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I sometimes do forget that y'all are Southerners. I don't, because we're mostly internet related.
Yeah, keep talking.
And how much we love socialized medicine.
Speaking of socialized medicine, how is Tress doing?
I'm gonna need some of that. I'm gonna need some of that Medicare for all pretty soon.
Doing okay?
Medicare for me is what I need. I've still got a couple of stamina points.
Okay, well, I only did one attack there, and there's only going to be one going to Zinnia as well. Oh, natural 19 on the dice. Yeah. That's a hit on Zinnia.
Man,
Rolling rocks. Max
Oh, no.
damage. 16 points of damage.
Ouch.
And just because Tyler instigates it the most and didn't move away, let's do 2 attacks against Devasho.
I welcome it, because if you hit me twice, you're taking 46 points of damage.
Well, the first one is a 5 on the dice. That's a miss.
Okay.
And the second one's not much better. 10 on the dice. That's going to be a miss too. Yuck. Don't like that one bit.
I'll take it.
But don't worry, you've got another fun friend in the form of the Swarm Mine Reaper, who is... They are on the battlefield about 40 feet away from Devasho and about 55 from everyone else. They're going to take their turn as they moved up through the darkness last turn. Yeah, let's do this one. They want to help out their Eskachide friends here. So they're going to target Devasho. And I think moving up a little bit, we'll just have the range that they need. No, they have it here. About 40 feet away. So Tyler, go ahead and make me a will save.
Here's where the combat goes from bad
to bad.
Excruciatingly bad. Because my will save is poor. This has got it. I hope this is like a DC 15. Oh, I rolled well.
Oh, 18 on the dice.
18.
Yes, you have succeeded as the swarm is sending out waves of psychic, agonizing energy into your mind, just racking your brain with pain that radiates over you. It is a -2 to ability checks, attack rolls, and skill checks for 1 round.
Okay.
On a save.
Would have been
as opposed to
like 1D.
As opposed to like the rest of the fight, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So the main one there, this is inflict pain.
Gotcha. Okay. -2 to everything. All right.
Yeah, pretty much. If you roll a d20, that is going to be their turn. Trest, we're back to you.
I don't know. These guys look like they've got this one well in hand.
The one that just crit you and did a bunch of damage.
Yep.
It is.
I'm just thinking, this is the only time I've ever seen a swarm. I guess it's not the only time, but it's the only time I've thought of it. And I've seen a swarm that wasn't like in the immediate vicinity of other creatures. Because all my spells that have DCs are all will saves. I remember the first time I cast one against a swarm, and you were like, "I get to roll twice and take the better." I was like, "Oh no!"
Oh yeah, I should have moved up. It is currently just outside of the Swarm Mind ability.
Yeah, so I
You
sort of want to do that, but on the other hand, I hate this Eskachide. I'm just gonna kill this Eskachide.
Yeah, get it. Are we doing 2 attacks? It is flat-footed.
It is flat-footed. Yeah, I'll do 2 attacks. I'll do 2.
All right.
Okay, not on the first one. Good thing I did 2 attacks.
Yep.
Getting my money's worth.
Absolutely. It's like a free redo.
Hey, 24 to hit.
Well, when you roll an 18 on that second attack, you're pretty happy you rolled 2 attacks. Yep, that is a hit. And how much damage?
20 points of damage.
Oh, goodness. This guy's almost dead. You slash at it, and like one of its wings is barely hanging on. It's almost grounded. Okay, turn 2, over, turn 3, start. Sprouts, Marlowe, this one in front of you. You can knock it over with a feather, you think.
Okay. So he just kind of pokes it.
Pulls out a petal from your
one feather.
Yeah. Maybe a few more petals.
Okay. Well,
What do you want to do?
Gonna, I guess, blast it with my.
Trick attack?
I wish I chose a different target now.
Yeah, this is a trick and a critical hit. Feel free to roll the damage if you want, but
It's dead. CR 15 or lower with 15 additional damage. Natural 20.
Oh yeah, no, you double up that trick damage too.
Oh god. So that's like 40 damage?
Yeah. This is definitely a PR for damage on this season.
Let's crit shout out to Jonathan M, who asks this is the crit family quiz here. Back to it. Anyone with a firstborn child, what class would your firstborn child be in Starfinder?
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's only 2 of us, right?
Yeah.
No, 3 of us now, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know if we can determine
Desna.
baby Desna. Yeah, that's what it is here. No.
I mean,
It's Desna here at Besmara on the Pirate Podcast.
Yeah.
having played one little role-playing game with him, he really likes to sneak around, so I think he'd be an operative.
Oh no, just like Ma.
Just like Mom.
But our second born's an envoy, so.
Oh, you got the starts of a very skill-based party there. Okay, that's more than enough. We'll figure out what Baby Desna is in the future. Boy, howdy, that one's dead.
Extremely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Canon-wise, can we just say that Sprout just like took a little petal and dropped it on its head and it just fell over?
Yes, and it fell back onto some live ordnance and exploded into a million pieces.
I'm fine with that.
Damage. Echo 7, you are freed up here. You've got one still on Zinnia. There's one on Devasho. Both of them in the air currently. And then I think you're just able to see at the edge of your dark vision a swarm Mind Reaper.
Yeah, Echo 7 wants to take a quick action to fist bump Sprouts.
I'll allow it.
Sprout's fist bumps back.
And then he's going to turn his attention to the one that is menacing Xenia, because I feel like we need to get some pieces off the board here before this fool comes in and does some more damage. So we're going to take a shot with heavy fire at the...
that's a full action, and you've already used your Swift, unfortunately, with the fist bump. It's just such a shame.
I mean, he's got you there.
We recorded that. I'm just kidding. Go right ahead. You said Swift, but we'll allow fist bumps to be free.
There we go.
This is in the spirit of sportsmanship. Oh no, you rolled so well. Oh no, I take it back.
24 to hit.
There we go. There's the hail cannon doing a little bit more. That is a hit.
For 20 damage.
Cool.
Very nice.
Gracious. Yeah, that's with your strength. Okay, the one in front of Zinnia. Let's check on the HP situation. Oh, it's dead. Yes! That one falls to the ground, frozen, just shatters beneath her feet. Great, 2 down. I guess 2 to go. Devasho, we're on to you. This one's right on top of you.
I am conflicted.
What you thinking about? One attack, 2 attacks.
I'm thinking about just bum rushing the Mind Reaper.
Oh my!
Because this Escachite is already weak.
Not bloodied yet, though.
It's not bloodied.
Mm-hmm.
Boy. Okay, let's take a. Oh my gosh, how do I do this without Zinnia? Let's take a guarded step, just to get Zinnia out of range and will explode in a fiery burst of supernova.
Oh my.
I was going to do that to the Mind Reaper, but we'll do it just to try to...
Turn 3. I forgot about it. No.
Yeah.
Reflex save for me. What are we looking at DC-wise?
We're looking at, what would it be? DC 10 and 16, or 10. DC 17.
Oh boy, let's go.
So not too high, but...
I rolled a 19 on the dice.
Yeah, I made you waste a 19. That would have been an attack on me. I'm happy about it.
I'm not even going to look at what that would have been. But saved. Make that damage attack.
All right, 14 points of damage.
So you explode in a fiery corona. And unfortunately, no special evasion abilities on these guys. So it's taken a full 14 points here. And now it is bloodied.
That's
and that is going to bring us onto Zinnia, who is Sand's target now. You've got just the Escachide on Devasho, and then the Mind Reaper in the south.
Yep, she is going to point her sonic pistol at the Escachide that is on Devasho and take a shot. So CR 8 or lower on the trick.
Oh boy, yeah, you rolled very low there, but you got those bonuses working for you.
Indeed.
It is a successful trick.
But a 17 on the attack.
17 against the AC, correct?
Yes.
If you are making it flat-footed, that is a hit.
Oh, so the flat-footed affects my attack as well? I guess it does. I hadn't thought about it. Yeah.
If you want, unless you want to make it off target, in which case it's a miss.
No, it would be flat-footed.
All right.
Obviously.
How much damage we talking about?
So that is a total of 7 plus 15, so 22. Is that right? Yeah.
Goodness. Had 23 hit points left. It's still up. Oh no. Oh no. It needed a little more than that.
Wait, is it its
Mustard
turn?
on that hot dog.
It is its turn right now, though.
Corona deals 3 points of fire damage.
Let me fast forward away. That is going to burn this critter to a crisp after a sonic blast. But
Woohoo.
why don't you 5 foot away from it on your turn, Tyler?
I'm sorry.
Escachide's down. All we've got left is a swarm Mind Reaper who's going to move forward and just let out a screech into the air. Just, and it's going to let off a psychic ability to you guys. Let's see. Yeah, everyone's within range, right? Okay. It blasts some psychic energy into your mind. I need everyone to make a will save.
I can't make 2 of these in a row.
Yes.
I'll pass a save one day.
Oh no. Maybe it's time to remind Jabert and Drew you have a reroll.
Can I give mine?
I'm going to use my reroll here.
Or no, yeah, sorry, Tyler and Drew. You're rolling it, Drew. Re-rolling it. Go right ahead.
Oh, good.
Oh, no. So, good news is we have 2 successes here. A Devasho and a Sprouts. Bad news is we got 3 fails. It has cast on your party a level 3 spell, Slow. Affected creatures who have failed here move and attack at a drastically slower speed. You are staggered. You only take a single move or standard action each turn, but not both. Can't make full attack actions.
Slow life. Does that come with a life is good shirt?
I wouldn't joke around your well, for Zinnia, Sprouts has saved.
Sprouts is good, yeah.
But your ride has gotten their movement reduced by half in the form of Echo 7.
As far as I know, I don't think we've moved at all this combat.
We haven't, which has been good. But
I'm sorry, who failed? Did I fail that?
You failed with a 19.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah, because I was looking. It is not an illusion effect. Unfortunately, this was DC 20.
How long does it last?
Perhaps Trest, if you want to roll a mysticism, see if you know about this spell.
Sure.
Tyler, who expected you and me to be the ones to pass?
I didn't. I thought
Was it me?
Yeah, exactly.
24. I suppose anyone can roll this mysticism check, but yeah, you know this is rounds per level of the whoever is casting it. So this Mind Reaper, if you want to roll on him, it is Xenia, why don't you make me a life science check, and I'll see if you can tell how long exactly this will be.
Teamwork.
Could be a while. Oh no, that's very
32,
high roll.
34.
It is a caster level 7 magical swarm. So this is 7 rounds.
Oh no.
So for the rest of combat.
Yeah, that's how we like to say it, right? For a while. As you are down in these eschachides here at the end of turn 3, we still have Tress, but I'm going to pause us as over comms Tress. You hear Etchiax saying, "We can just make you out on scopes, Midnight Squad. Tress, we are almost. What? Wait a minute. What is that?" There's a tearing from the darkened sky above as lights start appearing through the clouds, and a swarm Antiferalon ship seems to have landed further ahead from destroyed forward base where Etchiak's squad is moving in. You hear some small arms fire through the darkness in that direction, and then a mighty screech fills the air. Another comm link opens up, and this time just to Xenia on the other line is a direct message from Gravelark, who says, "Xenia, I haven't found any ordnance satellites, but I sent something your way I hope can help. My long-range scans show that they're landing something big in the courtyard. Don't sweat the small swarm. You've got to take out that alpha threat pronto." You all see in the distance a large creature rearing up through the darkness over the lights of this swarm starship. It lets out another screech as bladed arms fling into the air and start swiping at Clade Company members. And it is moving closer and closer to your location. But there is another sound here on the battlefield. Sound of a burning rocket engine close by. You look up and see the light of a momentary descent thruster burning right above your location as a huge drop pod is slowed and begins a tri-parachute drop into your path. It is about a 20-foot tall container, and this massive structure kicks up a huge cloud of dust as it settles in front of you. And through the firefight around you, you watch as it beeps and flashes some warning lights, and a voice calls out, "Fire tank Epsilon has landed. Operator seeking trained operator." The pod here opens up and you're greeted to a huge mechanic structure standing over 18 feet tall, painted in gaudy red and yellow. It is a vaguely humanoid vehicle with a huge flamethrower on one arm and a giant chainsaw attached to its shoulder, lettering along its side that reads, "Illemchuuva Fire Rescue Inhibitor Technology," or IFRIT for short. And as this giant mecha kind of towers above you, there's another gargantuan scream from across the battlefield. And the mech lets out a klaxon, and into the night sky of Illemchuuva screams out, "To be continued."
What? Oh, baby. Yeah.
We're getting into crazy stuff next week. Da-do-bump-a-dump.
This is wild.
I'm really glad I made friends with that Gravelark guy, because
I wasn't going to give this to you if you didn't give him the data. Da-bum-bump-a-bump. Yeah, so we've got some more combat, and I'm going to say the boss fight of this season, as you've got some new friends and enemies next week.
I've never been so upset that I don't have any ranks in piloting.
I'm so happy that I put one in there.
Well, you've got piloting you can use. I decided to do this at the end of the episode because between now and then we got to go back and take a look at those mech tech revolution playtest rules, because we had so much fun with them testing them out during a playtest. I was like, where can I fit a mech into this AP? Giant courtyard fight of like a 200-foot square map. Yeah, this is indeed like a giant firefighter mech that they would drop into from low orbit.
So for planning purposes, is this a single pilot mech, or is it like we're all going to pile into it?
I'll give you all the stats next week, and unfortunately, it is a 1 to 2 person mech. Just 1 to 2, so you guys can figure it out amongst yourselves. I had 2 in mind, but now that some people are slowed, maybe figure out something else.
Yeah.
We do have several rounds of this combat still, and it has gotten a lot harder now that the slow has gone off. So,
yes,
that's going to do it for us this week. Thank you guys for playing with me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you.
Listeners, you're not going to miss next week. We will see you next time. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Cosmic Crit. This episode has been made possible through a sponsorship with Roll20 and the backing of our Critamander fans on Patreon. Thanks again and have a great week.